a field goal which seemed from that angle and that distance all but impossible to make on a 4th and 11, and with the offside gave him 4th and 6 and a better chance at a first down, and they picked it up.
There's Jim Rattay and his staff on the sideline. They will go for 2. Richardson leads them up. 12-11. Mesa has just taken the lead. Pitch it back to Steffen. He dives, but he didn't get in. He went down shy of the goal line, so the try for 2 fails, and the score remains Mesa 12, Mountain View 11. Crowd looking on with 7:17 to go in the ball game.
Well, Jess Parker is a veteran. He's won a lot of football games, and there's a lot of time left. He knows there's no need to panic, and he can stick with what he has been doing all night, and that's shoving Mesa's defensive line all over the lot.
Here's the pitch to Steffen. Now he cuts it in, and his knee will go down short.
I don't know if he could have stayed outside because there was some room out there. It looked as if he had kind of given one step in and then veered to the outside, he might have been able to get in. But in any event, Mountain View, all Mountain View has to do is continue doing what it's been doing all night long, running the ball right at Mesa. The question is whether or not now the Mesa defense will get a big lift.
That 23-yard drive, the result of that fumble recovery. The turnover by Mountain View, and Mesa converts. Duncan, the kickoff. Line drive kick. Going to go to the short man, Van Moorleham. He's out over the 30, to the 35, to the 40, and dragged down from behind at the 44. It'll be first down Mountain View. Brad Cardinale made the tackle, and the Toros in good shape to start this drive at their own 44-yard line. As Doug pointed out, Mesa tonight really has put together one long drive. That last touchdown drive only won 23 yards, but they lead in the game. Mountain View's dominated the statistics, but the lead on the scoreboard is in favor of Mesa. Lindhorst getting dropped. Cardinale up in the secondary to meet him. Also in on the stop for Mesa was Ivan Correa, the linebacker, the nose tackle, 5'10" senior. Gain of a couple, 2nd down and 8. Zachary comes in with the play from Jess Parker, and Lindhorst goes to the sidelines. Clock running, 6.5 minutes left in the game. If Mesa wins, they are Central Region champions. If Mountain View wins, it's a tie for the top spot. Fake the pitch. Kavanaugh's going long. He's got a man, and he overshoots it. Down to around the 25-yard line. He was trying to hit Pete McKernan, and he had a step or two on the defender, but he overshot it.
The idea was right. The execution was just a tad off.
3rd down and 8. There's Trevor Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh, who came on later in the season after Brian Painter had started several games for the Toros. Now Painter's gone to defense and has played very well. And Kavanaugh's done an excellent job of picking up that offense and guiding it very smoothly. 3rd down, 8 to go. Mountain View, as you can see, has not been very successful on 3rd down conversions. This is their biggest attempt at a 3rd down conversion in this game. They pitch back, and he's going to be hit and dropped for a loss. Making the big play was Jeremiah Clark, the defensive end, and he spilled the ball carrier for a loss. It's 4th down and long.
Watch Clark here. He just runs right by his man. He is hardly touched at all. And when he is, he's shoved right into Lindhorst.
I really kind of question that call on 3rd and 8.
You know, there's somebody else coming up over here to help out as far as Mesa's concerned. That's number 81. Cardinale.
So it's 4th down, kicking time. Standage to await the snap. Gets a wobbly kick away. Mesa lets it bounce, and it's going to take a Mountain View bounce inside the 15, down to the 10, and blown dead inside the 10-yard line. Clock shows 5:33 to go in the game, and Mesa takes over at their own 10, leading 12-11. 48 yards on that kick by Standage, and he got a nice roll.
It looks as if we may be headed to a game that's going to be decided on Mountain View's last possession. You wouldn't expect, based on what has happened to this point of the game, for Mesa to hold on to the ball for the last 5.5 minutes.
12-11.
What the Rabbits need is a first down or two.
This would be, if Mesa hangs on, this would be the biggest win in this school in many, many years. They have only beaten Mountain View once in 10 meetings. This is Eric Salter trying to get outside, and Salter is out over the 20.
There's a flag down over there, I believe.
There is a flag down up and around the 18-yard line. We'll see who it's against. That time they got Salter outside for about 8 yards. Now let's see what the infraction's all about.
Yep.
It's against Mesa, going to set him back on a hold. The only time Mesa has beaten Mountain View was in the playoffs in 1979. They beat him in the opening round of the playoffs, 20-19.
What's Richardson holding in his hand? A picture? It looks like he's holding a photograph.
You're right. I don't know whether he has plays written on that or not.
Now he's showing it. Well, that's interesting.
It really is. It's going to be first down coming up, but now it's first down. And they mark this penalty off from the spot of the foul, so it's really only a loss of about a yard.
And it's still first down.
First down and 11. If Mesa wins this game tonight, and you talk to Jim Rattay, ask him about that card.
Try to remember.
That's being held up by Richardson in the huddle. First down, Mesa. Richardson wants to throw. He goes over the middle, and he's got McCord. McCord veers to the outside. He's got big yardage. He's out near the 40-yard line.
You know, again, it looked as if Mesa ran a crossing pattern over the middle.
That's been their most successful pattern tonight.
A man came from the right side, crossed over the middle, took some defenders with him, and here came number 30 for Mesa, McCord, from the left side to make the catch.
35 yards on the gain, and it gets Mesa out of a big hole.
That's the most important part of the play.
Ball just shy of the 40.
Now, even if the Jackrabbits can't do anything from here, at least when they punt, they can pin Mountain View back in its own territory.
Orlando McKay splits wide near side of the field. First down, Mesa, just shy of the 40. A lot of stunning going on the line by Mountain View. Quick pass to Milius over the middle, and he's wrapped up and dropped, but he's still got about 5 yards on the play. Mesa has seen a lot of pressure from Mountain View all night long, and now Richardson trying to get rid of that ball in a hurry, and he's finding open people. Just a real quick pop over the middle to Milius. Milius earlier tonight had a big 44-yard reception, which set up the first touchdown of the ball game for Mesa. Jess Parker paces anxiously along the sideline.
It's a little surprising, maybe not much, but a little surprising, I think, to see Mesa throwing right here. They're now out. You'd think that they'd be running the ball to eat up some of that clock rather than putting the ball in the air.
Pitch back, Salter trying to cut it back inside. Kicks